When I was growing up, one of the main modes of transportation or transporting goods was a horse cart. I don't think that they were trucks, delivery trucks, and if they were probably expensive. So we had these horse carts, and the horses had a bridle that covered their eyes, and I used to feel so sorry for them because they couldn't see on either sides. They can just see forward, and the horse cart rider, I don't know what you really call him, he would have these two ropes that he would control the turning of the horse and the cart, and a whip he would be beating the horse with. But I would see these things covering the eyes, and they could only see forward. In Hebrews 12 and verse 2, it says, "Let us keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith." Many times as Christians, we, in our congregations, at home, or at school, we always have this tendency to look at others to see, what they're doing, especially in our churches. And we look at them to see, oh, he is doing this or she is doing that. And there are several reasons why we do it. We do it sometimes because we feel that we are so holy and righteous that this person doesn't deserve to be in the same congregation with us because they're doing this or they're doing that openly. In other cases, we probably feel guilty for the secret sins that we are having, and this person, by looking at this person and deflecting on this person, we tend to feel good about ourselves. Their sin is so big while mine is just a little thing that nobody knows about. So there's no big sin, little sin. They're all sins, right? But what this text is telling us is that we should focus on Jesus and Jesus only, because ever since we became Christians and ever since we accepted Jesus, we did not become perfect. So how do we expect somebody else in the church to be perfect? Are we perfect yet? No. The only perfect person is Jesus Christ, and that is the person we should be focused on, and that is the only person that can help us to achieve perfection and to make it to heaven. We cannot. Our salvation does not depend on looking at anyone or the deeds of anyone or our deeds. So we look to Jesus. So this text has three things in it. It has an objective, and it has an action, and it has an outcome. Let us keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, right? Our end goal is Jesus. Let's keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and perfecter of this faith. You would always want to go to the person who developed something, isn't it? Because they're the one that knows everything about it, right? And they're the one that could tell you how to fix this or how to fix that. Now Jesus is the author of this faith. Why would we then spend time looking at someone who is trying to perfect themselves just like we are? Instead, we should try to help them. So as we go through today, let us make a pledge with ourselves that as we see something wrong in our churches, as we see something wrong with somebody in the church, be it pastor, elder, sister, brother, that we will not focus on that, but we will focus on Jesus, because that is what is important for our salvation. It is not what they are doing. So this song comes to mind, this hymn comes to mind this morning, and I'll sing it, and I hope that we all get the message from it. I'm speaking to myself as well, that I will look to Jesus and not to anyone else, because no one else is perfect. Only Jesus is. Oh soul, are you weary and troubled? No light in the darkness you see. There's light for a look at the Savior, a life more abundant and free. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face, and the things of this earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace.